the other day. Tell me about, kind of waiting your turn and have you kind of look forward to this season as a chance to kind of move up and be one of the feature backs?
Yeah, I feel like this program is one of the programs where you just, you come in early, everybody comes in, they got highly recruited athletes, everybody has the stars and everything, but when you come to a school like Georgia, you kind of know everybody's good, so you got to wait your turn. Basically trust the process, trust the development that Coach McGee basically has in store for us. He's had a good line of running backs, so it's been good being able to just like sit back and just keep learning from older backs like Zamir and James, just being able to just be a sponge and just soak in and just get more comfortable with the game. So it's definitely made me very excited for what's in store this season and just ready to get on the field.
What's the biggest thing you've learned playing with Zamir and James that you did not maybe do before, that you not apply to your own personal game before?
I would say, especially me coming in early as a 17-year-old, just when you're on the field, just slow down, just, take a deep breath and just be calm out there, because if you're over anxious, everything's going by, everything's on the fly by, you can almost kind of psych yourself out of the game. So just going out there and just being calm, just trusting in your abilities and trusting in your training. I would say that's the biggest thing that they both taught me.
How did you handle sort of dealing with the injuries last year? I mean, was it frustrating, or was that what was it sort of like just dealing with injuries?
It was definitely frustrating, but me having good conversations with my family, I kind of just sat back and just kind of trusted the recovery, trusted the process. It was the same type of injury from my freshman year, so I knew what type of rehab it was going into. And once I kind of found out what happened, I knew that it wasn't nothing that was gonna affect me long term. It was just something I got to get through in the moment. But it was definitely tough, having to sit out, through most of the season. But I feel like I'm healthy now and I'm just ready to get on the field.
Sort of along those same lines, just how have you felt getting back out at spring practice?
Oh, I feel great just going out there, putting on the pads and getting back out there with my brothers. It's always a fun time. It's competitive, it's physical. Everybody goes out there and has fun. So. Yeah, we've been having a good time, in practice.
Did your work regimen change any at all from last year to this year? Again, when you've been dealing with injuries, to try to keep those kind of things from happening again?
I would just say, I've been just getting extra treatment and everything, just kind of, doing all the things, trying to prevent, future things. And, me and Kenny just push each other on the weight room, push each other on the field. Just, we're both hoping for a big year, so we're both just competing with each other right now.
Sort of along those lines, just what do you feel like this entire running back group is capable of doing this year?
Especially with the two backs we got coming in, I feel like our running back room is going to be just how the past years was, where 4 or 5 running backs deep in the room, and especially for the younger guys, I feel like them coming in, it's almost a perfect time, because they're going to come in and it's basically going to be work. They're going to come in, get thrown in the fire, and that's what makes players better, when you kind of just got to go out there and just kind of fend for yourself type of deal. So I'm excited for the group we have coming in this year.
What have you seen from Dejan? What can you say?
Oh no, Dejan, that's one guy that I think a lot of people sleep on. When you see Dejan every day in practice, he has a killer dead leg that is almost unstoppable, and he has great balance, great speed, great power. So I feel like Dejan, he's definitely going to surprise a lot of people this year. He's somebody that he has a lot of the oohs and ahs in practices, because he has a big playmaking ability.
We've heard a lot of action on Dennis Johnson, aka Pop, this spring so far. Matching up against him as a running back, what have you seen out of him? What makes him a good running back?
I think Pop is going to be special. Especially, I see a lot of resemblances with Quay in his game. When you go out there, run routes against him, we do the drills where we have to kind of juke him out. He's just patient. He just lets everything come to him. He's smart with the game, and he's a super physical player. And I feel like those are all tools that kind of make a good linebacker in the long run. And I feel like Pop, he's going to be another one of those guys that, steps up on the defense and becomes a leader on the team.
And speaking of leaders, we heard a lot last year about the role that James and Zamir played as leaders. How do you think you and Kenny can go about filling that sort of leadership role?
I feel like it's kind of just a pass the torch situation. Like I said, everybody comes in with people in front of them, and you kind of, like I said, just soak it in, just be a sponge. And I feel like, they're moved on. They, chasing their dreams at this point, and I feel like it's just kind of the torch pass where me and Kenny, we both have to step up and take on those leadership roles, because at the end of the day, we're kind of the older guys on the team. So, it's our responsibility to, kind of lead that role.
Can you put into perspective just how hungry you are for volume? I mean, I look at your 2 years and I look at your numbers, and it's like, we've seen the flashes, but there hadn't been a whole lot of opportunity.
Yeah, I would say I'm very hungry, especially the past years. The timing of the injuries, I feel like it was timing of I was starting to do pretty good and starting to get off, and then it would happen. But same things last season. I'm just grinding this off season for a huge season. Every day we're going out there and practice. I'm just trying to just identify the reads a little bit better, trying to identify coverage a little bit better, just trying to fix the little things in my game that can show huge improvements on the field. So, to answer your question, I'm very hungry.
How do you and Brock Bowers kind of vibe off each other a little bit, being West Coast guys coming across the country to play and kind of maybe not trying to outdo each other per se, but just contributing in the way you guys are? You talk about that?
Yeah, it's crazy because back home in California, California's such a big state that it's really divided into sections. So me and Brock, we really didn't know each other going through recruitment or anything. But when we came here, he's right on my locker road. Brock's my homie. We'll talk about that whole Cali vibe and everything. And we both had some from Fresno. He's from Napa, so those are really two totally different places. But Brock's my homie. We basically talk about what we can see each other doing. Our plans for what we want to get out of this. And I'm happy for the things that Brock has accomplished, early in his career.
And just you coming from the West Coast again to Georgia, was there any apprehension on your part at first when you first came here, and did everything played out in that regard like you expected it would?
Yeah, the only thing was of course, the injury, everything that happens with that. But one thing that I've learned from Coach Smart is just control what you can control. There's going to be a lot of different factors, a lot of different things that happen while you're here that you can't control. But all you can really do is control what you can control, and everything will play itself out at the end of the day.
One more for Kendall.
Have you had any contact with Bryce Young? He's from Southern California, or DJU. Do you communicate with them?
Yeah, those are both two of my great friends. Through recruitment, I knew both of them. I was great friends with both of them, and we both keep in contact. We have those little trash talking moments, and I'm just happy for the success that my friends from back home have accomplished, especially in across the country in big conferences like these.
Just one more. You can't count the Alabama question.